Welcome to Leading Ladies with the New Paradigm Theater Company, where we interview female leaders in the arts. My name is Sienna Rubin.
And I'm Helen Henn. We are your hosts. Today we are welcoming Jamie Karen to our show. Hi.
Hi.
But that's my life. He shared my life. Yes, that's my life. Life is never what you planned. Life is moments you can't understand.
She was in the Broadway production of Man La Mancha. She was our Rose in Bye Bye Birdie last year.
And I was able to see her again this weekend at the On the Lawn concert, which was incredible, by the way.
Thank you so much.
She was also in the national tour of Jersey Boys, Aida, and Spamalot.
Which, that Lady of the Lake costume that you sent us was gorgeous. What was that experience like?
Oh, being in Spamalot was one of the highlights of my professional career. And I had the pleasure and honor of getting to go on 3 times in Louisville, Kentucky as Lady of the Lake. It was magical.
Yeah, that must have been definitely a really great experience. How did you get into the arts and into performing?
It was truly something that I wanted to do. And I had a lot of belief in myself and felt like I could do it if I worked hard enough. And I really did work really, really hard over the years, I have to say.
Speaking of how you worked your way up in the industry, did you ever experience any difficulties while you were getting there because of being a woman or any other things?
I think perseverance is just one of the main qualities that you need to be in this business and stay in it for the long haul. So let me think about other difficulties I had. I have a personal struggle that I'm very open about. I'm happy to talk about if you guys are interested or open to it. I actually had an eating disorder in my teenage into college years that I struggled with primarily because I was a dancer and I had some message that I put in my own head. Nobody really did this to me, but I thought that I needed to look a certain way. And for some reason, it sort of just started to define who I was. And I felt like I needed to lose weight, which was so silly at the time. I feel like we've come a really long way in our business, in the arts. I feel like we are celebrated for being all shapes and sizes now and in every way. And I love that. I feel like it's only getting better and better.
Yeah, if you're comfortable answering, how were you able to get past that and like continue forward?
Sure. Well, I definitely, therapy had helped me. I did, I had many therapists over those years. I was actually in an inpatient facility a couple of times, but ultimately I think in the end, it was sort of a decision that came purely from within. I was at a crossroads, and I think I remember feeling like, is it going to be Broadway or bulimia? And I felt like I was a high functioning eating disorder person. I was able to get through it, but I was never at my best, and I wanted to be at my best. And the minute that I really got on top of that, and I started reading a lot of different self-help books and really just believing in myself a lot more. I remember I did these affirmations, affirmations that I would post on my mirror, things that I didn't really believe at the time, like, you're enough, you are beautiful, you are, wonderful. And I really would say them to myself. As cheesy as that sounds, I would say that. I think I faked it until I found it. I really, all of a sudden, one day started to have a little bit more belief in myself and more until that grew. And I felt like nothing could really take me down at that point. And I just was committed to being healthy. That was more important to me than absolutely anything at that time.
Like, it's so strong when someone can do that.
Yeah, it definitely helped define who I am today, I have to say. Like, I don't regret that I went through that. It was hard and horrible, but I feel like it made me an even stronger person, truly.
Yeah.
Well, you've already given us, or anyone out there who could be struggling with that, some advice, but do you have any specific advice to any of our other viewers out there?
Like, bringing your best you into the room is really what it's about. Like, all of the casting directors, they just want to see you, like what makes you and special. And I feel like, we all have so many gifts and so much to offer. And I feel like I feel like for a long time, I even as a young woman, I used to feel like I needed to fit into a certain like cookie cutter version of something. And I feel like that is, it's so far gone. I feel like it's like, right now being yourself and being authentic and you is so in, and I hope it stays that way for a really long time. And I just love that. I love that theater's changing so much, that our shows are getting more and more meaningful and impactful, and that there's messages there that are being delivered that are hard and making people think a lot. And I feel like we're in a really good trajectory right now with where theater is going. Also performing last weekend with New Paradigm was such a treat. I actually started to tear up in the middle of that performance because it just felt so amazing to have that connection with the live audience, and I could just feel people smiling and humming along, and it was like heavenly. I really was happy to do that.
Yeah, I definitely think that being yourself and just being able to portray who you really are is definitely very important.
Absolutely.
Like you said, you have worked with NPT with Bye Bye Birdie, and you did a holiday show, and you were on the Lawn concert last week. So you definitely have some experience with nonprofits. But do you have any other nonprofits or causes that you support?
Yes. So when I was in the Las Vegas company of Jersey Boys, I became very close with another castmate, Jeff Lebo. And I was a new mom at the time. My daughter was only 6 months old, and he and his wife Melody had a 5-month-old named Emma, who had just recently been diagnosed with this disease called neurofibromatosis. And she was actually Kylie's first little friend, my daughter Kylie's first little friend, and we became really, really close, and we've stayed really close over the years. I have done some concerts for him, some concert work for him, as well as donating and promoting his cause as much as possible. That's the main one that comes to mind. We also donate and have done work with St. Jude's, as well as the Covenant House, and why can't I think of the last one? And Actors Equity, of course, Actors Fund.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much to Jamie for coming on our show, and thank you to everyone out there watching.
Yeah, with all the uncertainty this year, nothing is set in stone, but always keep your eyes out for the New Paradigm Theater's holiday show this winter.
The holiday shows are always a really fun experience, and Jamie was in it last year. So, yeah. Remember, you can be a leading lady too, on or off stage.
Bye.
Bye!
Bye, everybody.